What is up, Renaissance crew? I'm the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci, and you're watching DaVinci Reacts. Now, I actually had plans that I was going to stream later on tonight, but because it would have been such short notice for you guys, I decided against it. My work schedule right now has me in a position where I can't really stream whenever I want to, and it's hard to give you guys notice of when I plan on streaming ahead of time because a lot of times I leave work before, like whenever work starts to run out, so it's not really a guaranteed 8 hours. So I don't know exactly when I'll be going home, so I don't know exactly when I can schedule a stream and stuff. And usually after I get off work, I try to get some reaction videos recorded, and by the time I get done, it's already late into the night and I got to get ready to go to work in the morning. Or not morning, but I got to get ready to go to work anyway. So anyway, I want to go ahead and check out some more music videos. It's been a minute since I've actually gone back to Michael Jackson. I've reacted to Queen videos a lot. I've reacted to a few other singers, and I will do some more requests later on today. But right now, there's 2 Michael Jackson videos in particular that I want to watch. These videos are not a part of my top 5 favorite short film Michael Jackson thing that I'm doing. You guys can check out the other videos I've reacted to. Remember the Time, Blood on the Dance Floor. So don't add that into this list. That's not part of it. These songs I like because they're somewhat rare. Most people that are casual fans of Michael Jackson or just casual fans of music probably won't know anything about these songs. These are songs that only the diehard Michael Jackson fans really know about. And these are 2 songs that he created during tribute specials. So the first one was called You Were There. A little bit of context, it was a song that he wrote for Sammy Davis Jr. during his tribute concert that they did for Sammy. I believe at this time Sammy had already developed throat cancer, and they were giving him a tribute to show him appreciation for everything he's done for the industry. And this is a song Michael made for him to pretty much show his appreciation for what he's done to the industry. So let's go ahead and get into this, and then I'm going to go into the second one in the same video. So this is a double reaction. Let's go. This was made in 1988, I think. 1988 or 1989. There was a better quality video of it, but it didn't have the audience reaction. I wanted the audience reaction.
You were there before we came. You took the hurt. You took the shame. They built the walls to block your way. You beat them down. You won the day. It wasn't right. It wasn't fair. You taught them all. You made them care. Yes, you were there. And thanks to you, there's now a door we all walk through. And we are here for all to see, to be the best that we can be. Yes, I am here.
Woo!
'Cause you were there.
Stage presence and showmanship. You see it in the way that he moves on stage and how he reacts to the notes that he's playing. It's almost like some people have to think and choreograph these things. All right, when I hit this high note, I'm going to strike this pose. And it's just natural with people like this. Like, it's just amazing. All right, so yeah, like I've watched these videos already. So if you're wondering if this is a first time reaction, it's not. I've seen a lot of these, and well, not these. There's only 2 of them, but I doubt there's a song out there that Michael has written that I haven't heard. I've pretty much listened to all of his unreleased stuff. I've even listened to the Freddie Mercury State of Shock thing that they did together. There was another song that they made together that I did not know about until today that I listened to. I was watching a facts video about Freddie Mercury, which I might react to. I've already seen it, of course, but I might react to it. It's like 107 facts about Freddie Mercury. And one of them was about the song that they did together. I forgot the name of it, but I know you'll leave it in the comment section, and I know if I just look at my history, I will see it. So there's no need to fully remind me of it. But that was another song that they did together. I've heard just about everything Michael Jackson has made. So this is his next video, his next song. It was made in 1997 for a tribute concert that he did, or at least I don't know if it was a concert or if it was just something he decided to do as tribute to Elizabeth Taylor. So anybody that's a big fan of Michael Jackson know that Elizabeth Taylor is, I would have to say, without a doubt, Michael Jackson's #1 greatest friend that he's ever had in his entire life. You can throw Macaulay Culkin up there. You can throw Diana Ross up there, Berry Gordy, people like that. But the #1 guy, the #1 person that meant the most to Michael Jackson that probably wasn't like his mother was Elizabeth Taylor. He was like, or she was like, what do I keep calling her? He. She was like the, damn it, what? Oh man, I'm gonna get killed for this. I'm gonna get killed for this because y'all ever had a name on your tongue and you know it and you want to say it, but for some reason it's not coming to you? Mary Austin. God damn it. I'm sorry, Queen fans. Y'all, I knew y'all were gonna kill me if I forgot it. She is the Mary Austin to Michael Jackson's Freddie Mercury. So let's go ahead and check this out. Oh yeah, the song is called Elizabeth, I Love You.
Welcome to Hollywood. That's what they told you. A child star in Hollywood. That's what they sold you. Grace with beauty, charm and talent. You would do what you were told, but they robbed you of your childhood, took your youth and sold it for gold. Elizabeth, I love you. You're every star that shines in the world to me. Elizabeth, can't you see that it's true? Elizabeth, I love you. You're more than just a star to me. Lovely Elizabeth, you surpass them all. My friend Elizabeth, learn to outlast them all. Many really started back when you did lost their way, and now they're gone. But look at you, a true survivor, full of life and carrying on. Elizabeth, I love you. You're every star that shines in the world to me. Elizabeth, can't you see that is true? Elizabeth, I love you. You're more than just a star. This is your life. You seem to have it all. You reach your peak. They wanted you to fall. It's very sad. This world can be so bad. But through all the heartaches, when they put you down, you know you were the victor and you earned the crown. It's like walking through fire, determined to win. You were beating life's battles again and again. Elizabeth, I love you. You're every star that shines in the world to me.
I can tell he feels these lyrics.
Can't you see that it's true? Remember the time when I was alone? You stood by my side and said, let's be strong. You did all these things that only a true friend can do. Elizabeth, I love you. The world knows your word now. Of all the things on earth, now I pray one day I'll be just like you.
That is an amazing effect.
I love you more.
Yes. Michael Jackson, one of, like I said, personally my all-time favorite musician, bar none, just completely amazing. I mean, I love Freddie Mercury, I love Queen, I love, there's a lot of singers that just popped in my head, and I was like, wait a minute, which one do I point to? It was like kids running around in a room. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, man. Stevie Wonder, he's one of my favorites. Luther Vandross, one of my favorites. Whitney Houston. Man, there's just so many musicians that just popped in my head, and I love them all. But Michael is at the very top of that mountain, without a doubt. Like, and the funny thing is, I've told you guys this story. I became a fan of Michael Jackson because I was actually a critic of Michael Jackson in the beginning. It was around the time of his trial, and I was one of the people that used to tell the jokes also and stuff like that. Like, oh, come on now, you know he's crazy. You know, why the hell would you let someone, to do this, that, da. But it wasn't until somebody just said, like, why don't you actually look into the case and see if what you're saying actually makes sense. And I'm like, shit, it makes sense to me. Okay, fine, I'll look into the case. I did it just to prove other people wrong, and then I looked into the case and was like, that don't make no sense. So it's like a little bit of like rational thinking eventually made me flip and become a fan of Michael Jackson. Because the funny thing is, like, all the court cases and the settlements and stuff like that, like the 1993 case that was against him with Jordan Chandler, the settlement is online. You can look it up. A lot of people are saying, like, oh, well, we paid him $20 million and this, that. Nobody bothers to actually look at the damn agreement that they signed and see what it says, because if you read it, it would let you know that he didn't do anything wrong. So, I mean, I don't get it. Like, I found it on Smoking Gun. That's the site that I found it on. And I'm sure if you look it up, you can find it. That goes with the court case. That goes with the court transcripts from 2005 and everything. Like, I went through all that stuff, and then it got out to the point where I was like, damn, I can't believe, like, it seems to me like people are trying to get him. I'm not a conspiracy theorist or nothing, but I mean, it's obvious that even if it was like a small bit, like, they were trying to do something to him. That's kind of the same thing I had with religion. Like, I started looking up questions and things like that because it didn't make sense to me. And I was a big time, like, religious person. I wasn't like a crazy religious nut. I still respected other people's opinions. But when it came to me personally, I was really deeply religious. And I started looking up questions because I had, you know, I had a shaky foundation. Something shook my foundation when it came to faith, and that was the book of Job. So when I read the story of Job, it was like, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. How could an all-loving, all-knowing God purposefully make a bet with the devil, knowing the outcome ahead of time, and still going through with it, even though he knew how it was going to end? That doesn't make sense to me. Why? The only person that would do something like that would be someone that's literally cruel. But I looked it up, and it didn't have any type of real answers. And then I started looking up in more stories in the Bible, and then it was like the murdering of the Midianites, and the story of Jephthah, and the what was it? Damn, there was more. The rules of slavery and things like that. And it was like, how is this a loving God if all this stuff is in here and nobody is addressing it? Like, these are things that when you go to church, they don't ever point to. They don't ever talk about. They'll go and point to, like, the verses that sound wholesome and happy and things like that. But then when it comes to, like, oh, well, you can have slaves as long as it's, or you can take the people or the heathens around you and you can make them your property. And if you have Jewish slaves, they can only be with you for 7 years, and then, but any other slaves can be with you forever. And if you give your slave a wife and this, that, it's just a complete, like, just go to, that's enough. I'm done talking about it. If you want to find out more about it, just look it up yourself. This is supposed to be about Michael Jackson. I'm going off on a completely different tangent. I'm sorry about that. It was just I just found a tie because I was against Michael at first, and then with a little bit of questioning and people asking me to actually look up the actual evidence, I flipped. And I was the same with religion. I was with it in the beginning, and then I started looking into the evidence, and then I flipped. So that's the reason why I made that little analogy. But anyway, that's been this video. I got a bunch of other reactions I'm gonna try to do today. It's already late as hell, so chances are you'll probably be seeing this at, like, or at least where I'm at, in the morning. I know I got a lot of people that watch overseas, so chances are this is probably gonna come out for you guys at, like, I want to say like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, perhaps, something like that. Anyway, that's been this video. If you liked it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share these videos, and leave some comments down below. Let me know if there's any type of Michael Jackson songs that are unreleased. If you do announce one that's unreleased that I've never heard of, or a song that was released that I never heard of somehow, I don't know how that would be possible, but maybe, I would not only would I address it in the comment section by letting you know, wow, I haven't heard that, I will give you a shout out on my next Michael Jackson video. So be sure to list something that I haven't heard. If I don't comment on your, if I don't leave a comment on your comment, that means that I've heard it. Anyway, that's been this video. I'm the original Renaissance man, Devon DaVinci. I'm signing out. I hope to see you on the next video. Deuces. Had to flip it.